Thank you, Senator Durbin. Welcome to Judge Garland. Glad that you've been honored with this appointment to be Attorney General of the United States. Welcome the public at large, most of them very remote, not the large crowds we normally have when we have an Attorney General nominee before this committee. I have a longer statement that I'll put in the record, and I've still got plenty to say even this morning. I, of course, congratulate Senator Durbin on his new role as chairman. He is already referred to he and I getting acquainted on the Administrative Oversight Subcommittee and working on what now is badly needed law when agriculture is in bad shape by passing Chapter 12 agricultural bankruptcy legislation. And I look forward to working with you in the future here. And I also want to express my admiration for Senator Feinstein, the previous Democrat leader of this committee. She and I have worked closely together during the years that I chaired and she was ranking member. And I thank you for your leadership. I'd also like to say a word about Judge Garland. This is, of course, Judge Garland's first time appearing before this committee since ascending to the federal bench. I had something to do with that. After the death of Justice Scalia, my Republican colleagues and I decided not to hold a hearing on his nomination. In other words, meaning Judge Garland's nomination to the Supreme Court, having been nominated by President Obama. As you recall, it was an election year with a divided Congress. The position I took was consistent with previously publicly expressed positions by other senators and Democratic senators previous to that. So yes, it's true that I didn't give Judge Garland a hearing. I also didn't mischaracterize his record. I didn't attack his character. I didn't go through his high school yearbook. I didn't make his wife leave the hearing in tears. I took a position on hearings and I stuck to it, and that's it. I admire Judge Garland's public service. Just because I disagreed with anyone being nominated didn't mean that I had to be disagreeable to that nominee. Unfortunately, that's not always the way it works in this town that has great political division. Judge Garland is here, and we're here to talk about his nomination to be Attorney General. And I extend a warm welcome to you, Judge Garland, and to your family and friends that are probably very honored because of your nomination. This, of course, is a worthy capstone on a storied career that you have had. Judge Garland is a good pick to lead the Department of Justice. He has decades of experience as one of the most respected appellate judges in the country, and before that, being a great prosecutor. When the domestic terrorist Timothy McVeigh was executed for his crimes, we had Merrick Garland to thank for that successful prosecution. No one doubts that Judge Garland is qualified for his job, but of course, Attorney General is more than just qualifications. The top law enforcement officer of the United States must be committed to enforcing the rule of law. As our former colleague and former Attorney General John Ashcroft likes to say, the Department of Justice is the only cabinet agency whose name is an ideal. It's not the Department of Law Enforcement, but the Department of Justice. Justice is equality under the law. There's one law for all Americans, regardless of race, color, creed, or connection. Is Judge Garland up to that task? I think he is, but today our goal is to ask him questions to find out. The Department of Justice has taken important steps to live up to these ideals expressed by Attorney General Ashcroft, and I think they've done well in that direction particularly over the last 4 years. The department has undertaken many successful initiatives to reduce violent crime in all communities. It has sought to maintain the rule of law by reforming consent decrees, guidance documents, and sue and settle abuse. It has protected our civil liberties, in particular defending our religious liberties and pursuing elder justice. I hope that the Department of Justice continues these initiatives under you, Judge Garland. What I don't want is a return to the Obama years. I don't want an attorney general who bragged about being a wingman, and those are his words, to the president. That was Eric Holder, notoriously describing himself. I don't want a Justice Department that abuses the FISA process to spy on American citizens. I don't want consent decrees that federalize law enforcement and cause murder rates to soar. I don't want a return to catch and release on the border. I could come up with many other examples. Unfortunately, a lot of what we've seen so far from the Justice Department is discouraging. They have whiplashed, inducing changes to litigation positions. They're going through rescinding excellent rule of law memorandums right out of the gate. President Biden is even reportedly firing nearly every Senate-confirmed U.S. attorney, regardless of what investigations they're supervising. That is troubling. That is why I am especially concerned about the Durham investigation. Starting January 2017, I began an investigation into how the Justice Department and the FBI handled Crossfire Hurricane, its investigation into the Trump campaign and administration. Simply said, Crossfire Hurricane is a textbook example of what shouldn't happen during investigations. What the Obama administration did to the Trump campaign, transition, and administration can't ever happen again. If confirmed, you'll have oversight of Special Counsel Durham's review of Crossfire Hurricane. When Bill Barr appeared before the committee for his nomination hearing, he said, quote, "It's vitally important that the special counsel be allowed to complete his investigation," end of quote. Of course, he was referring to then special counsel Mueller's investigation. Today, you'll need to be clear about what your position will be with regard to special counsel Durham. We should expect the same level of commitment from you to protect Durham as we expected from Barr to protect Mueller. So, Judge Garland, I just want to say that I like you, I respect you, and I think you're a good pick for this job. But I have a lot of questions about how you're going to run the Department of Justice. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Grassley.